Is anyone going to talk about this right here? This is Erika with Yair Netanyahu, Bibi Netanyahu's son.
Candace Owens just came through with what might be her most explosive claim yet. And this time it is not just brushing past Erika Kirk's name, it is pulling a whole circle into the drama. Things escalated real fast when she suddenly brought Benjamin Netanyahu's son Yair straight into the spotlight. And that twist had people caught completely off guard. According to Candace, there are claims and unverified talk going around suggesting Erika may have once been pregnant by Yair Netanyahu, and that alone has everybody talking nonstop. Now the internet is in full detective mode, digging through old interviews, pulling up past posts, and trying to connect every little detail like it is a full investigation. People are lining up timelines, comparing stories, and trying to make sense of it all. But what really took things to another level is what Candace hinted might have gone down around that reported situation. And that part has people raising eyebrows and questioning everything.
And now suddenly she's on Fox News speaking Hebrew, telling Candace Owens to stop. Stop what exactly? Asking questions? Covering the story, exposing inconsistencies?
She did not break down every detail, but even that small hint was enough to send social media into chaos and spark intense debates everywhere. A lot of people are saying Candace usually does not get this specific unless she feels confident about something behind the scenes. And that is exactly why this moment is hitting way harder than usual. Now that older clips and photos are starting to resurface, people are noticing Erika and Yair moving in some of the same circles before her marriage to Charlie Kirk. And suddenly those moments are getting way more attention than before. What once looked casual is now being re-examined from every angle. And people are looking at it with a whole new level of suspicion. The questions are getting louder by the second. People are asking, was that reported pregnancy ever real? Why has none of this been addressed publicly? And what else from her past connections has not fully come out? The curiosity is building fast, and the speculation is not slowing down at all. Right after Candace made her claims, social media wasted no time jumping into full investigation mode, digging through old archives like they are on a mission to uncover something big. That is when one photo popped back up and instantly changed the whole vibe of the conversation. This was not just some random modeling shot or an old clip people had already debated. This one hit differently because of who was in it and when it was posted. In the photo, Erika Kirk is seen standing next to Yair Netanyahu, with Tyler Boyer also in the frame, and that alone was enough to grab attention fast. The image was posted on June 13th.
Little things where, again, he would walk through the door and drop his bags. Daddy's home. Take his phone Friday night, Shabbat Shalom, throw it in the
2019, and that specific date quickly turned into a major point of discussion as people tried to connect every detail. Once people started lining that photo up with the timeline being talked about, the timing suddenly felt way more important, especially since it overlaps with the period when Erika was reportedly getting closer to Charlie Kirk. Now everything is being looked at with a sharper eye, and people are not missing a single detail. The focus quickly shifted to figuring out how all these connections might line up, or if they even overlapped at all. And that is where the speculation really started to grow. It was not just about who showed up in the photo either. People zoomed in on the body language almost instantly. There was no clear distance or awkward vibe between them. Instead, they looked relaxed and familiar. And that had some online questioning if their connection went beyond something casual. Still, one photo by itself does not prove anything, and that part cannot be ignored. But with bigger claims already spreading, this image added even more heat to the conversation and made people look twice. Before this resurfaced, there was barely any public talk linking Erika and Yair on a personal level outside of shared political circles. Now, with that photo back in rotation and Candace's comments making noise, people are revisiting old moments and asking if the full story was ever really explained. What used to be brushed off is now getting picked apart, and that sense of doubt is only getting stronger.
It's evil. Charlie and I have always been very clear on our stance. Israel, Jew.
That photo did not come across like a symbol of people crossing paths. It made a lot of viewers feel like there might have been more going on beneath the surface. It did not look like a first-time meeting at all, and that is exactly what caught people's attention right away. The way they appeared so relaxed and comfortable around each other had people thinking this was already familiar territory, not some random introduction or quick meetup. That kind of ease does not go unnoticed, and viewers picked up on it instantly. Once that idea started spreading, the speculation picked up speed fast and did not slow down at all. Questions started coming from every direction. How close were they really? How long had they known each other? And what from that time has never been addressed publicly? For some people watching closely, this stopped feeling like coincidence and started looking like something that needed more explanation. It began to feel like a pattern of moments lining up in a way that raised serious eyebrows, especially since this is not the first time people have questioned parts of Erika Kirk's past. Her connection to Charlie Kirk has also been part of the conversation, particularly after she went viral for saying she had never dated anyone before him. At first, a lot of supporters took that statement at face value and did not question it at all. But the internet moved fast, like it always does, and things shifted almost instantly. People jumped into action, digging through anything they could find, and within hours, old clips, archived posts, and photos started resurfacing everywhere. Users began sharing time-stamped content that they claimed showed Erika in past relationships years before she ever met Charlie. And that is where things started getting intense. This was not just random chatter or loose rumors either. People were pointing directly to specific videos and images they believed contradicted what she had said. Some clips showed her standing close with men in ways that looked more personal than casual, while others pointed to posts that seemed to hint at longer connections. As more of this content kept popping up, the conversation online got louder, sharper, and way more heated. The tone changed quickly, and it stopped being about small details or minor confusion. It started turning into something much bigger that people could not ignore anymore. Critics began calling it out as a direct contradiction, and they were not holding back at all. Some users pointed to certain videos and said, "This does not match what she said," while others shared older photos and argued they showed more than just simple friendships. And it was not just one example going around. It felt like new posts were surfacing back to back, keeping the whole situation alive and growing. The content started stacking up fast, post after post, clip after clip, and that non-stop flow made it almost impossible to ignore. That buildup is what really pushed everything to another level, because the conversation stopped being just about her dating history and started connecting to everything happening right now. For people watching closely, the thinking became very direct. If earlier parts of the story feel unclear or incomplete, then what else has not been fully explained? That question is now sitting right at the center of the debate, and it is not slowing down anytime soon. With that photo involving Yair already pulling major attention, it pushed everything even deeper into the spotlight. Now people are breaking down timelines, revisiting old statements, and digging into past connections all at once, trying to figure out what actually lines up and what does not. The focus quickly locked in on one big question: why are so many of these details only coming out now? That alone had people raising eyebrows and looking at everything with more suspicion. One of the first names pulled into the conversation was Cabot Phillips, known by many as one of Charlie Kirk's closest friends, and just hearing that connection got people talking instantly. Not long after, a post resurfaced showing Erika and Cabot together at what looked like a painting session, and the caption on it grabbed attention right away and added even more fuel to the discussion. It read, "Yes, we are that couple that gets painting lessons together," and people immediately locked in on that wording. That was not something viewers brushed off easily, and it pushed them to start digging even deeper into everything they could find. As the search kept going, another name entered the conversation: Tyler J. Massey, and that added a whole new layer to the situation. There is video footage showing Erika and Tyler auditioning together for The Amazing Race, and people quickly started analyzing their on-camera dynamic. Viewers pointed out how natural and close they seemed, with some even describing it as playful and almost intimate rather than distant or unfamiliar. It did not come across like two strangers trying something new at all. It looked comfortable, like something that had already been established. Then even more photos started circulating, and many people said they looked like engagement-style pictures. They appeared polished, intentional, and very similar to the kind of images couples take when they are planning something serious for the future. And that detail caught a lot of attention. At that point, critics began pushing harder, arguing that the claim she had never dated before Charlie did not seem to line up with everything now being shared. What really stood out to many people is that none of this content was hidden or hard to find. It was all sitting out there and now getting a whole new level of scrutiny. These were not hidden behind private accounts or buried deep in some hard-to-find archive. Everything had been sitting out in the open the entire time, visible and accessible, just not widely talked about until now. And once people realized that, the whole situation instantly felt more intense and harder to ignore. That shift changed the tone all over again. The conversation was no longer just about isolated connections. It started turning into something bigger about awareness and who knew what all along. People began asking a much larger question. Who actually knew about this history? And when did they know it? And that question started spreading fast. Some observers pointed out this did not look like random, one-off moments at all. The posts, videos, and photos showed repeated appearances over time, and everything seemed easy to trace for anyone willing to look closely. Others argued that when someone makes a clear public statement about their past, it naturally brings more attention, especially if content that appears to challenge it is already out there for everyone to see. Once that doubt entered the conversation, it moved quickly and pulled everything from that time period back into focus again. Old captions were being reread with fresh eyes, archived videos were clipped and reposted everywhere, and familiar faces and past posts were suddenly being analyzed in detail. Each resurfaced piece added more weight to the timeline people were trying to build. And now, with that Yair Netanyahu photo already raising eyebrows, and these past connections adding more context, some people believe they are starting to see a bigger pattern forming, or at least that is how it looks from the outside. This is no longer just about one claim or a single resurfaced image. It has grown into something much bigger. Now it is about how all these pieces seem to line up, and why the bigger picture only started getting attention after certain statements were made publicly. The fact that this material was always out there and easy to find has people seriously questioning why such a strong statement about never dating before Charlie was made in the first place. That is where the speculation really starts to deepen. Not because there is clear proof of anything wrong, but because the curiosity around the motivation keeps growing stronger. For critics, the timeline itself has become the main focus, and they are breaking it down piece by piece, trying to spot anything that does not add up. Some have even started wondering if there are other moments from that same time period that were never expected to resurface. That idea alone has kept the conversation moving and people watching closely for anything else that might come out. But the moment that really reignited everything was an old clip from a 2015 rally that suddenly started circulating again. And once again, Erika Kirk appears in the footage. But this time she is not alone. Standing right next to her is Tyler J. Massey, which did not surprise many viewers since their connection had already been discussed. What did catch people off guard, though, was another individual standing between them, and the way all three interacted stood out immediately. They looked comfortable, familiar, and almost completely in sync with their body language. And that detail had viewers replaying the clip over and over again. Some online commenters even said the whole scene gave off the vibe of a tight-knit group, and that impression stuck with a lot of people watching. That clip did more than just bring back an old moment. It added a whole new layer to how people are viewing everything now. The way the three of them stood together, moved, and interacted had viewers paying attention to every small detail like it meant something bigger. People started slowing the footage down, replaying certain parts, and pointing out little things they felt were easy to miss at first glance. The energy between them did not look forced or distant. It came across natural, like they were already used to being around each other. And that is what really got people talking. Some commenters even said, "This does not look random at all," while others questioned how often moments like this may have happened without getting attention at the time. That idea pushed even more people to start searching for anything else connected to that same period. As more eyes locked in on the clip, the discussion kept growing, and the focus stayed on how these moments might connect, rather than standing alone. People are no longer just reacting, they are analyzing, comparing, and building their own timelines based on everything resurfacing. At this point, the conversation has taken on a life of its own. With each clip, photo, and post getting pulled back into the spotlight, more people are asking if all of this is just coincidence, or if there is a bigger story that has not been fully explained yet. As all of this keeps unfolding, the attention is not fading at all. It is actually getting stronger. Every time a new clip or photo pops up, people jump right back into the discussion like they are trying to solve something piece by piece. What is really standing out now is how fast everything is being re-examined. Moments that once seemed small or unimportant are now being looked at under a microscope, and people are questioning details that probably would have been ignored before. Some are even going back to old interviews and statements, comparing what was said then to what is being seen now, and that side-by-side approach is what is keeping the conversation alive. It is no longer just about what happened. It is about how everything lines up when you put it all together. Others are pushing back, saying that clips and photos can be misleading when taken out of context, and that not everything means what people think it does. That back and forth has only added more intensity, with both sides holding their ground and refusing to back down. Meanwhile, more names, more connections, and more moments keep getting pulled into the spotlight, and it feels like the list is still growing. With so many pieces now circulating at once, people are watching closely to see what might surface next and whether anything will finally bring clear answers to all the questions being raised. At this point, the entire situation has turned into something way bigger than anyone expected. What started as a single claim has now exploded into a full-blown online investigation, with people connecting dots, revisiting the past, and questioning everything in real time. Some believe all of these moments lining up cannot just be coincidence, while others argue that speculation has gone too far without solid proof. That split in opinion is exactly what is keeping this story alive and constantly evolving. Every new post, every resurfaced clip, and every old photo is adding another layer to a timeline that people are still trying to fully understand. What makes this even more intense is that nothing here is completely new. It was all already out there, just waiting to be noticed. And now that it has been pulled into the spotlight, people are not looking away anytime soon. Whether this all leads to clear answers or stays a mystery filled with unanswered questions, one thing is clear: the conversation is not slowing down. If you have been following this closely, drop your thoughts below because people are seriously divided on this one. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share so you do not miss any updates as more details continue to surface. And stay locked in, because this story might not be done yet.